Blossom Season 1, Episode 17, The Echoes We Carry. Blossom, now Floor, has spent 5 years in the village raising her triplets. Although her mind remains blank, her heart whispers that there's something beyond the life she knows. Luca and Camellia arrived at the village but left without recognizing her. Yet memories never truly fade. In the small apartment, Luca stands by the window, his gaze lost in the city skyline. On the table, the worn photo of Blossom, the same one he has carried for years. Camellia enters and places a file on the table with a determined gesture. "We left too soon," she says quietly. Luca doesn't turn around, his expression hardened. That woman had 3 daughters. She wasn't Blossom. Camellia crosses her arms, eyes fixed on him. What if she was? A heavy silence falls between them. Neither of them wants to admit that the truth might have been right in front of them, and they simply didn't want to see it. Years ago, in the school library, Blossom sits in a corner, holding a book. Luca drops into the chair in front of her, without asking permission. "You're not like the others," he comments, with a half smile. Blossom doesn't look up from her book. "That's because I don't care who your father is." Her tone is neutral, but there's something more in her eyes. Luca notices. Back in the apartment, Camellia takes the photo from the table and examines it closely. "My daughter always wanted to escape. Maybe she succeeded." Luca finally turns around, his eyes dark with doubt. "Or maybe we didn't want to see her." His words hang in the air, heavy and undeniable. The truth is right in front of them, but they're still not ready to face it. In the village, at night, Blossom sits outside her cabin, holding the bracelet between her fingers. The worn texture of the metal comforts her, but it doesn't quell the unease in her chest. Abuela Rosa sits beside her calmly, as if she already knows what Blossom feels. "You've been restless?" Blossom nods, her gaze lost in the flickering fire. "I feel like I've forgotten something. Something important." Rosa gently squeezes her hand. "When the soul remembers, the mind will follow sooner or later." Blossom closes her eyes. Something within her wants to surface, but it's still trapped in the fog of forgetfulness. In a bar in the city at night, Luca and Camellia sit in silence, with a bottle between them. Neither has touched their glass. "How did we end up here?" Luca asks, his voice almost a whisper. Camellia lets out a faint, bitter laugh. "Two strangers chasing the same ghost. Both are lost in their thoughts, held captive by memories that refuse to let go. Years ago, at a secret meeting place, the night is silent. Only the distant lights illuminate Blossom's face. She looks at Luca with uncertainty. "What if we just leave?" she whispers. Luca holds her gaze. "I would follow you anywhere. Back in the village." Blossom watches the flames of the bonfire dance in the dark, her mind in turmoil, her heart restless. "Why do I feel like someone is missing?" she whispers, not expecting an answer. The shadows sway across her face. The truth is closer than she thinks. Luca and Camellia continue their search, unaware of how close they are to the truth. Blossom's memories begin to resurface, clearer and more intense. The past is about to catch up with them, and this time, they won't be able to ignore it. Don't miss Blossom Season 1, Episode 18, Fragments of Us.